This is Britt Caswell with another example video. In this video, we are covering example 4 in section 2-3 in the SavvasRealize Algebra 1 textbook. This example is looking at the standard form of a linear equation in a word problem. Alright, this word problem has a gal named Tamira, and she's making trail mix. Alright, and she has $40 to spend on almonds and cashews that she wants to put in this trail mix. I kind of want whatever job Tamira has to afford $40 for some trail mix, but alright. So she's going to look at these really expensive almonds and cashews, and she's trying to figure out how many pounds of each nut she can buy to have them be about the same amount in terms of weight. So what this means is that she's going to buy some number of almonds and some number of cashews. So I need to define my variables. I'm going to go ahead and call my almonds x's and my cashews y, as in why would you eat cashews, because they're gross. And then I'm going to create my equation in standard form. So, however much almonds cost times the number of almonds plus however much cashews cost times the number of cashews is equal to the amount of money that Tamira has, which is $40. And so when I first went to go do this problem, I got thrown off a little bit, because I was like, what the heck, man? They don't say how much they cost. But apparently they're on these little canisters. So she's at like Sprouts or something. So she spends $8 a pound times X number of pounds of almonds and $10 a pound for Y pounds of cashews. So there's our equation written in standard form. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and graph this and use the graph to help me to determine the amount of nuts that she's going to buy. Alright, so remember graphing standard form. First I'm going to plug in a 0 for x to find my y-intercept. Okay, so I have 8 times 0 plus 10y equals 40. Well, 8 times 0, that's nothing. So I can just divide by 10 right away, and I get that y equals 4. So what this is saying is that if she buys 0 pounds of almonds, she can buy 4 pounds of cashews. But that would be kind of crappy trail mix, right? That's not a mix. That's just a bunch of cashews. And nobody wants to eat a bunch of cashews. Cashews suck. So let's go ahead and let's see about the other end of the spectrum here. Okay. I'm going to plug in 0 for y. So I'm going to say, no, I hate cashews. So I'm going to say I'm not going to buy any of them. And in my equation, I'm going to replace y with a 0. So I have 8 times x plus 10 times 0, because no cashews. So 10 times 0 goes away. That is nothing. And then I divide both sides by 8. So I get that x equals 5. So if I don't want to buy any cashews, I could instead buy 5 pounds of almonds, because almonds are way better than cashews. And then this is the part I struggle with. I can connect this with a line. And I'm going to be about as straight in my line as I can. Actually, that's probably the best line I've drawn for you guys. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to find like a balance, like the halfway point between these things, right? Like I could buy 3 pounds of cashews and just slightly under 1.5 pounds of almonds. I could buy 2 pounds of cashews and about 2.5 pounds of almonds. Okay. But the closer I get to the middle of this line, the closer I'm going to get to my answer. So I would say just over 2 pounds of cashews and just over 2 pounds of almonds would be her best bet. And right, these little containers, right, you can't get an exact number of cashews and almonds out of them anyway. You just kind of dump them in the bag and pray. So just over 2 pounds of each is about as close to an answer as you're going to get. You're not going to get some kind of exact thing, right? But there we go. That's using standard form of a linear equation in a budgeting scenario. Until next time.